For years, Laura Ingraham has been one of the most recognizable and controversial faces on Fox News. As the host of the Ingraham Angle, she built a reputation for sharp commentary, unapologetic opinions, and unwavering confidence. But in recent years, viewers have begun asking the same question again and again: what really happened to Laura Ingraham? At her peak, Ingraham was considered one of Fox News' most powerful primetime voices. Her show consistently delivered strong ratings, and she was frequently positioned as a central figure in the network's political identity. However, as the media landscape began to shift, so did Ingraham's role within it. One of the biggest turning points in her career came amid growing public backlash. Ingraham's outspoken remarks on immigration, social justice, and political protests repeatedly sparked outrage, leading to advertiser boycotts and public condemnation. While Fox News publicly stood by her, the pressure behind the scenes was impossible to ignore. Several major advertisers pulled out of the Ingraham Angle, forcing the network to rely heavily on in-house promotions rather than external sponsorships. Despite the controversy, Ingraham remained defiant. She framed the criticism as politically motivated attacks and refused to soften her rhetoric. Yet industry insiders have suggested that the cumulative impact of repeated controversies began to take a toll on her influence within the network. Fox News was navigating an increasingly competitive environment, and constant advertiser losses posed a serious business concern. Another significant factor was the broader shakeup at Fox News itself. Following high-profile departures and lawsuits involving other major hosts, the network began quietly re-evaluating its programming strategy. While Ingraham was never publicly disciplined, her show underwent subtle changes, including shifts in scheduling emphasis and promotional focus. Rumors about her future intensified when the Ingraham Angle experienced periods of reduced visibility. Though ratings remained solid, they no longer dominated the conversation as they once did. Younger audiences were drifting away from traditional cable news, and Fox News began exploring ways to retain relevance in a rapidly changing media ecosystem. Ingraham's personal life also became a subject of speculation. Known for keeping her private affairs out of the spotlight, she faced health-related rumors after taking brief absences from her show. While Fox News never issued formal statements suggesting serious illness, the lack of transparency fueled online theories. Ingraham herself downplayed the absences, insisting she remained fully committed to her work. Another layer to the story involves Ingraham's evolving public image. Once marketed as a bold outsider voice, she increasingly became seen as part of the political establishment she once criticized. For some longtime viewers, this shift diluted her appeal. For critics, it reinforced their perception of her as emblematic of partisan media excess. By the early 2020s, it became clear that Laura Ingraham's role at Fox News was no longer untouchable. While she retained her position, her influence appeared more limited than before. Industry analysts noted that Fox was gradually diversifying its on-air talent and preparing for a future less dependent on a few dominant personalities. So what really happened to Laura Ingraham? The answer is not a sudden downfall or dramatic exit, but a slow transformation shaped by controversy, market pressures, and changing viewer habits. She did not disappear, nor was she silenced. Instead, she became a symbol of a media era struggling to adapt to a new reality. Today, Laura Ingraham remains on Fox News, but the question surrounding her is no longer about dominance. It is about longevity. Whether she can reinvent herself for a new generation or remain rooted in the formula that made her famous will ultimately determine how her story ends. For now, Laura Ingraham's journey serves as a reminder that in cable news, even the most powerful voices are not immune to change.